October, roll that basketball out on the floor. This is the opening week of training camps, John. And let's start with the teams here on the West Coast. You got opinions about that team, the LA Lakers?
Yeah, I mean, the Lakers, it's interesting. We've talked about them in the last few weeks when they got Schroeder, they got Patrick Beverly. They're assembling their roster. And then, we see here Pelinka coming in as the GM, who, by the way, looks just like Rob Lowe.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are spending a ton of money, just like the Dodgers. I mean, all these LA teams expect to win championships. Has this GM put together the right roster?
They tried a chemistry experiment that blew up in their face last year with a lot of veteran players, the Carmelo Anthonys, the Dwight Howards of the world. It didn't work out. Of course, I mean, they were also sidetracked by the significance of the injuries to Anthony Davis and LeBron James. But the chemistry wasn't right. Well, now they've gotten rid of all those veteran guys with the exception of Russell Westbrook. Nobody wanted his $47 million contract. Westbrook is now being supported by two other guards that are come in here and push for playing time, maybe even push for a starting job. And of course, they have a new coach in Darvin Ham. And the first words out of his mouth, you will play defense. Period, exclamation point.
Good.
You will be in that guy's face with a basketball. And that's what Patrick Beverly is all about. And that's obviously what Dennis Schroeder is all about. And Schroeder and Beverly can also run the offense. So not only will that maybe change the chemistry of the Lakers starting five, it's going to push Westbrook to excel, to try to find his game, to be what he used to be at Oklahoma City. Because, John, you and I both talked off the air that he was Mr. Triple-Double. I mean, he was a dangerous player.
Yeah, he was.
Last year was horrific. Now, either he's going to get the message that he has to do everything Darvin Ham wants at both ends of the floor, or he's going to wind up sitting. Because if he doesn't compete and does not revert back to what he used to be offensively as well as defensively, he's going to sit there and he's going to watch Schroeder run the offense, and Dennis can, and he's going to watch Beverly come off the bench and create mayhem with just his style of in-your-face defense. It'll be fascinating to see how the new coach actually extracts from Westbrook the greatness that Russell used to have. And they went out and they got a big body in Thomas Bryant, a center. He's not a name, he's not a star, but he's pretty competitive and he's pretty physical and he's big. In the paint, that's going to help Anthony Davis in terms of doing all the dirty work. And of course, you got LeBron, who's in the twilight of his career, but is still playing like a superstar. This, to me, is the last go-round for the Lakers. If this chemistry experiment by bringing these guys in doesn't work, next time we're talking about that guy, he's probably going to be unemployed as a general manager. But they stuck with him one more year. They hit the exit button on Frank Vogel. They brought in Darvin Ham, who's got a pretty good reputation. He's a Greg Popovich guy from San Antonio. So we'll have to see what this chemistry experience looks like. But the general manager says, we are going to play, and we're going to play defense. And I expect these guys to win. On we go.
So the Lakers, it's no longer showtime, right?
No.
I mean, they're going to be grinding it out, playing defense, maybe like what Brian Dutcher's trying to do with the Aztecs. So it's interesting to see if those superstars can morph, like you say, as they're in the twilight of their careers, and can these other guys play the roles that are so necessary. They have a chance to put it together, but it's to a degree, it's like threading a needle.
It's interesting because on paper, what they said at Media Day this week, Russell Westbrook was really the focal point of everything at Media Day. And his statement was, I am here. I will fit in. We will make it work. Well, that's on paper. I need to see it on the court. Now,